This is the 250 Grand Prix Championship. Now this has come down to the last two races here at Phillip Island. The wind's starting to pick up a little, Dennis Neal. That will affect the 250 GP bikes here.
Well, the 250s being reasonably light will be affected by the wind. It is a tailwind down the straight, so it'll increase the speed of the bike a little bit. But Craig Connell put it on pole again. The battle between him and Rip Crocker has been excellent all year. Marcus Pateman on fourth with Marty Atley fifth.
Yes, it's a tough front row, and speed here will be of the essence on the Grand Prix machines. Now, Connell loves this place, as does Rip Crocker. For my money, I think Marcus Paton's riding style is going to suit this place down to the ground. Let's have a look. Who gets away? Gee, Atley off the line there pretty smartly. In fact, a great start from him. Rip Crocker going backwards through the field. Wow, that's an appalling start for Rip Crocker, and under pressure. Here comes Atley, though, leads them down into the first turn. Watts in third place. That's Connell sitting in second. Look at this. Here comes Rip Crocker right round the outside. Back up into fourth place. Now he's up into third. What a... Hey, he really wants this championship.
He certainly does, Greg. He's muffed the start there quite badly, and as you said, pulled a desperate manoeuvre down there into turn one, and he doesn't want to let the leaders get out of sight at all.
Well, right at the moment, it is Connell on the chase. That is Marty Atley out in front. And gee, he's got himself a nice lead into the bargain. Watts sitting back. Here comes Marcus Paton. Oh, he locks up the rear. Doesn't seem to affect him as he goes into the right-hander. Honda corner, in fact. And look at the style of Marcus Paton. Climbs right off the side of the motorcycle. He is on the charge as well. Now, they're starting to reel in Atley, so it looks to me as if Connell and Crocker are starting to really put some pace on as they head around the far side of the circuit. Just look at the view here. Absolutely brilliant action from the riders. As you can see now that Crocker really is trying hard, not only to settle into the job, but he must finish ahead of Craig Connell, and he knows it. It's a point score battle. 2 points separate these two. Up the inside of Atley goes Connell. Big run from him. Now Rip Crocker has got to get around. Lifts the front wheel. He's desperate to get past Atley. Does not want to be held up. Only 2 points separating these two for the Australian 250cc Grand Prix Championship as they charge onto the straight for the first time here at Phillip Island. This is great Grand Prix action. Connell's got the run. Now Crocker will be chasing the slipstream from Atley, hoping to be able to jump past him and then get on to the back of Craig Connell's machine. Let's have a look and see how it goes. Up the inside goes Crocker. I tell you what, he is on the mat, determined not to allow Connell to get away. Atley is really feeling the pressure. He's back into fourth place. Marcus Paton is starting to make a move as well. Have a look at this 250 Grand Prix action on the island at its best. This is for the Australian 250 Grand Prix Championship.
Well, Rip Crocker on machine 51, he has really got his race face on. He's going to win this race regardless in his mind. Up the inside of Connell there, forces him a little bit wide. And Marcus Paton now coming up the outside, trying to have a bit of a look as well. But Crocker holds the line, cuts it down nice and tight. Connell is looking for a way around, but not able to do it at this part of the track.
Four-way battle for the lead. It really is going to come down to who can think the best under pressure. That's Jeff Hardcastle there, bike 22. And I think Rip Crocker, the younger of the riders, well, he's just going to have to try and think about what he's going to do, because Connell, the thinker of this game, the defending champion, he's got the number one plate and he knows what to do with it, and he knows he wants to hang on to it as they head up and over the hill here at Lukey Heights. And just look here, as you can see, Marcus Paton on the outside looking for the drive. As I've said, I'm a real fan of this man's style of riding. He really does look strong as he gets off the side of the motorcycle. And Connell power sliding his way through the middle part of the big sweeper as they come onto the straight. Gee, I'll tell you what, Dennis, that will be torturing the tyres.
Yes, that corner really does load up the tyres, but look at Paton. He's right on the draft here. He's pulled out behind, outside of Crocker, and he's trying to get in the draft of Connell. Can he go on with it? Yes, beautifully executed manoeuvre. He's made one position there. He's going to try and tuck down the inside, I'd imagine, here on Connell.
How close can it get? Look at this action from the Grand Prix bikes. Connell says, hey, look, you're not in the plan here. I am trying to win this championship. Do you mind? Paton says, I like this track. I'm having a good time here. And it is Crocker who's lost out, so he's back into third place. They've dropped off Marty Atley, so this is the battle for the front, for the positions, for the points. Wow, have a look at this. Here comes Paton, almost balked there. Now look at the different lines as they come in here. It is Connell defending, Paton up the inside of Crocker. Crocker gets round the outside, so Crocker up into second place. And you can see here, Crocker really using some of the track then, almost up off the edge of the circuit. Now Connell just trying to get away with this, just trying to settle in and do the job. You've really got to be wondering what Rip Crocker's thinking to himself. This is the championship. This is the big break for him. What has he got to do to overcome the handicap here? And there happens to be two of them at the moment. Crocker throwing everything he possibly can. They're not getting away from Marcus Payton. He's hanging on for all he's worth. Up to Lukey Height. Now again, watch Payton. He'll come to the outside of the corner. It's exactly what he does, Dennis Neal. He likes that line.
Yes, he's certainly the fly in the ointment for these two. They had in their mind that he wasn't scripted to be in this, but it's classic 250 Grand Prix action here at Phillip Island.
One thing is for sure and certain, as we come onto the straight, the slipstreaming will play the major part. Now, Marcus Payton, again, sitting back in third, possibly has the advantage. He managed to leapfrog his way forward last time. Let's have a look. Sure enough, here comes Payton up the inside. Crocker ducks to the outside this time. That should give him a nice high-speed run down the corner. No, thank you very much. On their last lap, Payton takes the lead. Oh, this is electric. Look at Payton hanging off the side of the motorcycle. Everything he owns is off the side of the motorcycle. Connell up the inside on Crocker. Crocker's back to third place. Wow, you wouldn't want to try and pick a winner from here, as Payton really does let it all hang out and then some. This is great 250 action. You couldn't ask for more. Connell up the inside. He's determined to get the points. Crocker's trying to come along for the ride as well. There's a lap rider in the way. They don't even see him. I'm certain of that. Here comes Connell up the inside. Yes, manages to take the lead back. Crocker back in third place. That's Payton, number 4, in the middle of all this action. And boy, oh boy, there is certainly some action. Look, even for the minors. Here's Hardcastle again. Late on the brakes. You can see the bike pattering around. One of the beauties of this racetrack is that it is so smooth. It really does lend itself to very, very late braking manoeuvres. But the race for the lead. Remember, we're on the last lap, and this is electric. For the final time as they head up to Lukey Heights, it is Connell in control. In fact, look at Connell there laying rubber as he comes up and over the corner, really on the mat there. Crocker trying everything he can. Payton again out wide. Now, this is the situation now where one big left-hander from the start-finish straight here at Phillip Island. Again, Connell power sliding his way onto the straight. Crocker's thinking to himself, he must break the slipstream from Marcus Payton. Each time they've come down the straight, Payton's managed to grab the advantage. Connell, though, ducks to the other side of the circuit. He's determined to break the slipstream. Look at this. Here's Crocker. He knows he's won. What a race. Fantastic action here at Phillip Island. You couldn't ask for a better 250cc Grand Prix race, not only here but anywhere in the world. Let's have a look at it on the Shell replay. As you can see, Connell gets to the inside of the circuit. Crocker just blasts straight on by for the win. Unbelievable action here at Phillip Island. 250 Grand Prix racing anywhere in the world doesn't get any better than this, and Crocker is ecstatic, and the championship is still alive. Let's have a look. Rip Crocker 197, Craig Connell 5 points behind on 192. Payton up into third with 170. You couldn't ask for better. I can't wait to see race 2. Stay with us, Australia. We've got plenty more action on the other side of this break, including the top fuelers, the funny cars and the superbikes.